how did that childhood influence, that neighborhood influence in the build of your personality?
Yes, I had, to be honest, I had a great upcoming, but it's like we didn't have much money. We didn't have much money. For example, I couldn't have everything what, for example, my kids can have now. So like, and outside, when you go outside, it was tough. It was a tough area because a lot of refugees live there. So, you know, like for me, when I was young, to fight, it was something normal. It's not something like, oh, I fight, or it was just normal. Because yeah, at the end of the day, like in those places where I lived, like the strongest survive.
Yeah,
it's like this. And I think this is who I am today. Like for me to give up is something is not in my DNA. It's not in my mind. Like my mother called me soldier for a reason, and I'm today the same like this. Like I am a bit very stubborn. Like I don't like to lose. It's hard to accept.
yeah. But was a little bit scary in place. You know, did you have any bad experience, scaring experience there, or something like that?
Like thank God, not really, because if crime happened there, but if you see everyday crime, it gets normal for you.
Yeah.
So like this was the thing. It was just normal. Like
yeah.
that every day something happens. It was normal. So like, you know, like you were just hope and praying that nothing happens to you. This is all. But for example, like how I said, like fighting, this was to me, it was not like something happened. It's just normal. It just happens.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, sure. And what was the apartment building in which you lived with your family like? You know, how was the atmosphere there? Because I think there was a lot of refugees there, as your father was, no, isn't it?
Like it was a high building. We lived in the 16th floor.
16.
And 16th floor, yes. And I was never allowed to go to the balcony. Normal.
Why?
Yeah, because as a small kid, balcony, you know, because sometimes as a kid you don't have too much fear, so something can happen. And like, but you know, like it was, for me, it was the best time of my life, because you know, for me, family is very important, very, very important. And we were always like this. We was always close, and this is what I miss today, because now we are all grown. We all have our own families. Like my sisters, they all, every one of them have kids. So like, I miss these times, because we were together, and we didn't have much money, but we were together. Like we were rich in family. This was our richness. So, and this is what I liked, like, because that time money was never our conversation. So, and like this was very, very nice.
So you lived, I think, in a small flat.
Yes.
You were 6 brother and sister. You have 5 brothers?
I have 4 sisters and 1 brother.
And 1 brother. How was sleep there? Who did you sleep with? And
no, I slept next to my brother, because with us, like, and our religion is important to, like, women with women, and me and my brother. So like we had just 3 rooms.
3 rooms.
3 rooms, and my parents have their room. Me and my brother have, and my sisters, they were 4. And so like this, you know, like.
Yeah, I understand. And
like
Tony, what did your parents do in that times? I mean, like, their work.
Yeah, like my mother was taking care of us at home, and my dad was washing plate.
Okay. So working hard all their life.
Yes, like this, yeah. Like and you know, if you see your father working so hard for you, to wash plate and everything. Like you want him one day to stop so that he can rest and everything. And yeah, and thank God I made that happen.
I understand you. So was it there in the street where you began to play football?
Yes.
How was
Yes,
that time? How do you remember those games at the street? How was?
Yeah, you can imagine, no referee, so always trouble. So like a lot of fouls, a lot of like it was really tough. Like you know, like because nobody want to lose. Nobody want to lose, and sometimes you bet with the opponent. Okay, if we win, you buy for us food or something like this, or kebab or something like this, and then you know how much tension is there. So like and yeah, like this was nice, you know, like and there like I got like to be tough, you know, like you cannot stay on the ground or something like this because nobody will come and help you.
Yeah.
So you have to get up and continue.
Tony, who began to call you Rambo? Because there people called you Rambo, isn't it?
Yes, because me, I was always ready for action.
like actually.
Yes. Like
right now it's the same.
For me, young, old was the same. If I can hurt you, I will hurt you. I was like this. That's why they call me Rambo.
Okay, and you were speaking about what what you learned about your parents. Tell me, please, Tony, what is the best teaching your parents gave you, in your opinion?
Like my parents, they always said to me, like you know, the only way you can have success is if you can also be happy for other people. My parents never told me to be jealous of somebody, you know, like, and this is like, I think this is very important because these days we live in a world where there's a lot of people look too much to other people. They compare too much. And me, I don't compare myself with anybody because I think every person for himself is special. So, and this is what they told me. And at the end of the day, like my mother always used to tell me, like, and always respect yourself. Like, because people talk every time, you have to respect other people. But first you have to learn to respect yourself, because if you respect yourself, you respect the other people automatically. Perfect. This is what they always told me.
I know, but I wanted to ask you, please, because you played in Italy and you have been you have had several Italian coaches. I don't know, as Spalletti was the first one, Sarri, Conte, now Ancelotti. How important has been that Italian gem in the way you play?
I think like my transfer to Roma, this was, I think, the most important step in my career. And I liked everything about it. I learned about tactics so much. And I really liked the mentality of the Italian coaches. But to compare those coaches, like Ancelotti is totally different from those. Is like totally different. Like wow. Conte is a very like hard coach. Spalletti the same, and Sarri is also very demanding. But like then you look at Ancelotti, he's completely different. He's completely different. They're very like a gentleman. You can see a lot of experience, and everything is with him is like in Italy they would say like take a cigarette and relax first. Like and I think it suits to here at Real. It suits here to Real Madrid because outside there's a lot of pressure. So you know you need to have someone who inside calm you down, and he's doing great in this.
Yeah, and how is your relationship, Tony, with him, with Carlo?
My relationship is, I would describe it as normal, as like other players. Like I feel respected, I feel accepted, and and from my side is the same, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, do you both speak a lot with each other? Is Ancelotti this kind of coach that like to speak a lot with his players, or?
Well, he comes and speak and everything, and like and make also funds and everything like this. I think is that's good, you know. Like, but the thing is like for me personally, like every time to talk to a coach or something like this, for me is like I don't think we have every day something to talk, you know, if you know what I mean. Like is to me, he knows. And the thing is like there you see the experience. He knows when to come and speak.
Yeah. This is why he seems different. This is the only reason why Ancelotti
is... definitely. He knows when to come and speak.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can speak every day, but at some point you think, okay, but we don't need to speak every day. But he knows when to come and speak, that maybe this gives you like a lift, like say like, oh, okay, maybe this is what I needed. So I think, and this one, that's why that makes him the best in men management, definitely.
And is it true that you identify with Pepe in the last times? Is it right?
Yes.
Why?
I like him. I like him very much. I like the style. I like you know, like it's like people think he's just aggressive and everything, but he's a very good footballer.
Yeah.
And this is what I saw in him, and obviously like. He's the two type of character person in the pitch. Like I heard on outside the pitch, he's a very nice guy, very quiet, but inside the pitch he's like he's like a different person. And me, I like it. He's for me, he's one of the in this generation, he's top 3 center back.
What other possibilities were then in that time? There were other teams behind you when Real Madrid called you?
Yes, there were other teams, obviously, and but for me, like it was just 2 teams that came in my mind only. Is either I stay in Chelsea because I worked so hard in the last 5 years there that I had a standing there in the club. So like, or it was Real Madrid.
Or Real Madrid, but for example, did Barcelona also knock on your door?
They knocked on the door. But the thing is, no disrespect to anyone or something like this. But for me, it was just Chelsea and Real Madrid.
And why Real Madrid and not other? Is a dream for when you was a child, or
like as I said, is not a dream. It cannot be something like for me. A dream is something that I can achieve.
Yeah.
So and for me that time, Chelsea was like Premier League was my dream, and I achieved it with Chelsea. So, but if you look at the past, what great players are played in Real Madrid, like, you know, like the years when they had the Galacticos and everything like this, like Zidane, like Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, like, and even now to play with players like Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Karim Benzema, like, if you have this chance, I think it's difficult to say no.
Okay, please, about fans, really important for me to speak with you about fans. How is your relationship with fans? How do you feel this relationship?
Like, it's been great. It's been great so far. I think things turned around when the Schalke game was, when I scored the header with the blood open and everything. I think yeah, there I think people realized a little bit, just a little bit, who I am. And that this is what stands for the club, what they call Madridistas, like 100% Madridistas, is not giving up hasta el final. So like, and yeah, and to cut open my head for the team, and this is who I am, and but this is just a little bit of what is more to come.
Yeah, nice. And for example, in the Clásico, when you jumped from the bench to the pitch to warm up, people was crazy with you. How do you feel in that moment?
Like really, this was I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that because for me, to be very honest, the goal against Schalke, for me, this is like I would do it anytime. This is me. I would do it anytime again. So, but that they acknowledge this, that that they respect that, like this was for me like very, very nice. Like when I got up and they all were like clapping, I was like, wow, this is nice.